Hello everyone, so I just bumped up the database to version 6. I'm upgrading everything, going nuts. First of all, look at these colors. These colors are beautiful. Second of all, I added man and woman right here. And then I have a census that counts them. We can't include dead people, so dead people get a 0. And then, what else? I have arsen and electric right here from a different spreadsheet. That's hard to calculate those two because you need a meter for electric, and then sin is point of sale, so it's tricky. But here we have a reworked wealth tax. The wealth tax formula has been changed because tax brackets are a nightmare to work with in Excel. So we have this new formula here: log of 1 base 10 plus 1. Very simple formula. And then if it's less than 1, it zeroes out. So it starts at $1,833 a month. See, you can tell 0 and 0. At 4 million, it's 1.6. Under the previous formula, it would still be 1%. So at 4 million, it's 1.6. At 10 million, exactly how you would expect, 2.00, $16,000 a month. Incredible. Right now, we only have 2 people paying wealth taxes, but they still really supply the system. If you look at all of this, is our payment right here for all of our residents. If you look right here, there's only 3 residents that pay taxes. Everyone else gets money every single month. Down here we have some numbers that we pull from. Here's our wealth tax formula. They saw this rate. Here's our mortgage assist. This is version 6. This is brand new. We have the sum of our taxes right here. This is all 6 taxes. This is the 1/6 that we multiply by. This is our total mortgage assist, 1/6. And then we have 2 mortgage assists. I'll show you that in a second. Divide by 2. This is $1,100, almost $1,200 a month. This is our per capita taxes too. This is like perfect compared to the estimates we had in the budget, in the example budget. Almost perfect. I can't believe it. Here's our mortgage assist. All you do is you put in the date of when the house was purchased, and it's calculated for a maximum of 15 years. I have to put that in the covenant, but we're only doing mortgage assists on 15-year mortgages. None of this 30-year bullshit, because that would be double the mortgage assistance, right? We don't want a 15-year mortgage. So 15 years, this one doesn't get mortgage assist. It goes to a 0. And then this just multiplies right here times your average. So we count the total. So we're dividing by 2, and then we multiply here. Very simple stuff, actually. The mortgage assist is extremely easy to put into Excel. And now our wealth tax is extremely easy to put into Excel now too. I'm loving it. This is beautiful. And we have man and woman. So man and woman is for marriage. See, here's a woman getting married, she gets 0. Here's a man getting married, he gets the 1,200. And if you change the date, the marriage date, to 2023, boom, 0. But let's say 2025, it's within that first year. That first year, he gets money according to the Bible. The Old Testament says that. I hate the Old Testament, but that's one verse I'll accept. Maternity, same thing. Women only. Men don't get maternity anymore, according to the database, because the database knows who's a man and who's a woman. We can also use this information for immigration. So we have down here total men, total women. So we can use our immigration to choose based on gender. And then there was also an error where property taxes were getting charged twice. I fixed that error. So that error is fixed as well. So this is really looking nice. This is really looking good. Oh yeah, speaking of property taxes, Initially, there was no limit for the property tax. So if we do this right here, 32,000 times 22 cents according to the covenant is the maximum. Boom. Look at that. Now how I did this, look at this formula. Look at that formula. It works though. It's flawless. I got that working. Amazing. So if you go to check out that formula here, this is new right here. We have our rate maximum 16,000 and our rate maximum 22 cents. So when it's greater than 16,000 for your total square foot owned, your rate gets switched to 22 cents. Right here, below this, 22 cents, 22 cents, 22 cents. So, minimum square feet, we can show that same formula. If you put this guy only has 500 square feet, he pays $18 a month for public projects. The public projects I added to it, 140. It's almost as much as the property tax. But I actually raised it so it was like some more than the property tax for some people. No, it's not. Anyway, you change this to 1,000. It starts at 600. Boom, 12, 35. That's only 47. 1,000 square feet is only $47 a month right here. Can you believe it? And your mortgage assist is $1,700. Oh, so this went from $1,200 to $1,700 because it's based on taxation, and we added 8,000 under our taxation. Actually, the public projects isn't even counted, so it's only 7,000. The public projects is not counted in the mortgage assist. I actually did that. That's actually correct. So let's put this. This was just to show. Put that down. Boom, back down to 1,200. God, I love this database. This thing is a work of art. It's like perfect. It's a perfect representation of the covenant. So here's our effective UBI reduction, 85%. This is our balanced budget right here, 128 left over. You can see our charity is separate. The charity is purposefully separate from a lot of the other calculations. But here it is right here. Boom, there's the charity. This gets collected right here in your net taxation. So the charity gets collected, but then it's separate from the rest of the database. And this we're gonna have this extra $2,600 a month, and we're just gonna give that to the charities. This is for the charities. So this goes into a separate pool. And then this public projects is also a separate pool. And that gets paid, we pay our debts right here. So here's our debts for the large public projects. We're $40,000 in debt. Why is it 13? It should only be 40. Where did this 13 come from? Oh. Oh. Whoops. I put this gender war here when this is supposed to be for more public projects. I was like, what? Where did that 13 come from? So we're gonna move this over here. Yeah. So this is for data we're collecting. So we're gonna collect a lot of data and make a lot of charts. I might actually put data collection right there. That's better. Okay. So yeah, anyway, the debts, that 2,600, whatever it was, 2,400 was right here. Boom, boom, boom. This is what we're paying. We're paying $40,000 worth of debt with $40,000 square feet of you calculate the mortgage right here, PMT, my favorite, It took me so long to find out that this this formula actually existed, PMT. So here's the mortgage for all of this debt, and then you just divide by 37,000 and you get your dollars per square foot per month, and then you just add them up. And this is how you calculate your large public projects cost. And then you have year started 2023. This is when I started the database, 2023. And paid off 2038. This is when I added the large public projects to the database, clearly, because it's 3 years old. It's kind of cool. Paid off 2038, 15 years. So, yeah. Looking really good. Everything's looking beautiful. Here's 5.7, 5.7, 5.7, 5.7. Yeah, I need more information now, more data collection. That's what I'm going to work on next. I'm going to find out what charts I can pull from this data, and I feel like I'm really going to surprise myself. I can do sorting, like sort by most taxes paid, sort by highest benefits, and then we can audit the people who have the highest benefits. Like this guy. Why are you getting $2,000 a month? Why are you getting so much money? He pays no taxes. $7 charity tax. What? So he pays 35 plus 98. Why is the large public projects not included in here? Oh, I think it is. It's just not included in the charity tax. You could include the charity tax with the large public projects. There's no charity tax on electric or sin either, or large public projects. It's just these four. These are the main four, more so than the 6, because the sin and electric are separate, and the large public projects are separate too. So yeah, audit this guy. You need to audit him. $2K a month. This is why. This is a big reason. And then how old is he? 57? 57 with no kids? Man, he's banking. Getting bank. $2K a month. The rich person's only paying $6K a month. Anywho, I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Here's my royalties. 13 people, $7 a month. I'm getting 50 cents per resident per month. That's not too bad. I think the estimate was in the covenant. The estimate was $2.50 a year, but this works out to be $6 a year per resident. So for some reason my royalties are 2 times higher than the estimate in the covenant. But everything is really remarkably close to the covenant so far, and I only have 13 residents. Like here's right here. Where is this? The sum of taxes. Add up all the taxes, $1,000 per capita. That's really close to my estimate. It's remarkably close to my estimate. So I should add up the UBI and then divide by the per capita, see what it is. Anyway, that's it for this video. This video went on long enough. I hope you enjoyed the database. I'll throw a copy in the video description. Hello everyone, we're back in the budget doing sunlight taxes. This has been wrong for so long, and it's just driving me nuts now all of a sudden. So I took this image and I counted the exterior sides. So there's 52 exterior sides, there's 300 interior sides. This is total actually, not interior. So 17% is exterior. You do the same thing for this larger arc, this 200 acre arc, 162 and 3,786. 4.3%. The population on one layer, population on 10 layers, population per square mile, percent denser than Manhattan. So we got 200,000 per square mile, 500,000 per square mile. 167% denser than Manhattan, 573% denser than Manhattan. So then we have our per capita sunlight tax. You just take 650 divided by, you take 52, what is it? 52 times 600 divided by 650. Boom, simple math. $48 per capita for sunlight tax. That works out to be, for our example, 25,000 population arc, you get 1.2 million. This works out to be 3% of the budget, or about 15 times higher than the previous estimate. So I was off by 15x before. And I cleaned up these numbers here. The mortgage I took out charity from the costs, because this doesn't include charity, so this shouldn't include charity. So I took charity out of the costs, and look at this. 3 million net surplus, 9% net surplus. That includes the mortgage assistance. Including the mortgage assistance, we have a 9% surplus. How crazy is that? This math is unbelievable. And look at this. So the sunlight tax alone, 3%. That's the marriage and maternity benefits combined. And then the deputies, you pay all of the deputies times 2. Perfectly times 2, actually. 600,000, 1.2 million. So you pay for all of the police times 2 with the sunlight tax alone. With these new estimates are really, really accurate, like as accurate as can be. So I'm very happy with it. 9% surplus, $3 million a month. I was thinking of increasing the UBI. I actually have so much money right now that I increased the disability from $1,200 to $1,800. So the disability got a 50% bump. And maybe I'll bump the deputies too, because I have so much money. The maternity is already a lot. Let's see, the maternity, the marriage. I bumped the disability. I could bump the marriage right now. It's already $21,000. It's so crazy. This is nuts. Like, the society you can build with such a light wealth tax is insane. Absolute insanity. This isn't even that much. Oh my gosh. Here's the big one. Between 10 million and 100 million. The people with 18 million in assets. They're the big spenders, or the big contributors. $11 million a month. That's nearly 30% of the budget right there to make all of this possible, is people with a net worth of $18 million. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. This was a very long video. I hope you enjoyed the new sunlight tax estimates, and I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you're excited about this 9% surplus. What would you spend it on? That's a good question, isn't it? Think about that one. And remember, a single version 6 is more powerful than 1,000 US constitutions.